I'm Perry and I live on a narrowboat. I car camp, have an allotment that I'm not very good at. I'm a creative soul and this is my life in a teacup. Good afternoon, peeps. First things first. Well, it's a beautiful day. Today's Sunday afternoon, 21st of July, I think it is. And I've made lots of little videos that are attached to this one, and it shows the final results of Teacup, my transit van. And if you've been following, I hope you have, and subscribing, you'll see that I've done a self non-build. I mean, the workmanship, like I've said before, if anyone was to, any of you van lifers out there, or, you know, people that convert their cars and convert their vans, even if it's just for, you know, holiday use or whatever, you'd probably look at it and die. A carpenter would have a heart attack, I tell you. But as I've said before, I've never done it before. I'm not great at all of that stuff, but I like it. It's what I wanted, and the fact that it is a bit dash, you know, it's quirky, isn't it? It's fine. So I've attached some videos to this, and and it will show you how she looks now. And this weekend was her maiden voyage, so I went out on Friday, and I've camped 2 nights in her. And yeah, maiden camper, she was fab. I was so comfortable, and I'm really pleased. As much as Vauxhall Vera was beautiful, and I really loved camping out in the car, and she did me well when we went all the way to the Isle of Skye and everything. I do like the van, and I think we're going to have great fun. So that's what I've been doing. So I went away this weekend, and that's all attached to here. So just want to, you know, introduce and wish everybody well, and hope you've all had a fabulous weekend. That's about it, really. I just wanted to introduce. I'll say a little few words right at the very end, and hope you enjoy the vlogs. See you soon. Bye. Morning, peeps. What do you like? Do you think it's me? I got this. I went to Upton Festival. I got this. Isn't it pretty? It was only £3, but it's really lovely, so I quite like that. Got a place for it to live already. See that hat? It's going to live on there. I think it looks quite nice. Right, well, as you can see, my camping has changed, my environment. This is my first weekend out in Teacup, which is the name I've given to my Ford Transit Trend. And yeah, it was wonderful. It was really wonderful. So what am I doing here? I came to Upton. I'm at Lower Lode Inn on the River Severn, Tewkesbury on the River Severn, about 5 miles from Upton. And I joined 3 ladies from Women with Car Campers group, Facebook group. Now, yeah, I know I'm in a van, and obviously I'm going to have to come away from the group because it is for car camping. But it's been lovely being part of the group, and thanks to everyone. But I met up with 3 ladies, and that was Dawn, Kim and Tracy. And whilst hi guys, by the way, and whilst we were all very different women with different backgrounds, different stories, it was really great. And it was lovely to meet them and hear their stories and what their plans were for the future. And for all of you, I really hope that your plans for your camping and life and everything, you know, really works out for you, because it was really good to get to know you. So we went to Upton Festival. Do you know they wanted £35 each way for a taxi? So Kim, cheers Kim, she said she'd move her car, and we could all go in her car. Dawn decided to stay because Dawn had a long drive, and she'd come the second day we were here, not the 2 days. Dawn was only here for 1 day and 1 night. So we trundled on down the 5 miles, £35 for God's sake, into Upton, and parked up. Yeah, it was all very good. It was all very close to the festival. Now, we did wander around a little bit aimlessly, because when we got there, every time we went to a stage or a place where you could hear music, just as we approached, they stopped playing. I don't know what it was about us. Maybe, you know, saw us coming or something. So yeah, they stopped playing. But there was a big field with a sort of what I would call a main stage in. And there was some good vibes coming out of that. And a lot of the other bands obviously were playing in pubs and little marquees that were dotted around the town. Now, because we'd not been before, like I said, we wandered around a little bit aimlessly, but then the heavens opened and it chucked it down, absolutely chucked it down. So we went into a cafe and had something to eat and just sort of bided our time whilst it rained. then it stopped, and it sort of dampened it a little bit. And of course, we hadn't bought any chairs to sit on or anything. We were a bit unorganised, really. But I also found out, because I saw some friends, some boaty friends of mine, Steve and Paul. Hi, Steve and Paul. And I bumped into them, which was great. And they brought their boat up to Upton and had moored up there under the bridge. But I didn't know that there's an actual campsite that belongs to the festival, and you can pay to camp. Now, it is apparently quite expensive for 3 nights, I think it is. It's something like £65. However, the festival itself, you know, you can watch all the music, is free. So it probably would be worth it in the end, because I can't be paying £35 for taxi each way, and I know you don't have, but I don't want to be taking a van all the time in and out of Upton, you know. So I might do that next year, but I would like to go and see it. So attached to this, and I still haven't decided while I'm talking to you now whether it's at the beginning of this video or whether it's at the end of the video. I don't know. I'll see when I'm editing it, so you'll find out sooner or later which end it is. But I've done a little tour of my van conversion for you. Like I said, van conversion cobbled together. I've still got the roof to do, and I think I'd mentioned in my other vlogs while I was, you know, doing the van, that some friends of mine, Dave and Joe, they'd offered to do it for me, because I really don't think I can cut out the wood or anything for it. But I had a bit of a second thought, and I think what I'm going to do is, yes, I'm going to, the soundboards, the sound deadening is up, and it just needs the insulation, which I can do, and I will do that. And I might just put some gorgeous fabric up there rather than wood, because once it's insulated, I can't see the wood makes any difference. I'm not going to be hanging anything off of it. But yeah, I'm really pleased with it, and I had a lovely couple of nights sleep. The one thing I do have to do though is the bed that's in here is a proper single bed, and of course I've only got my camping mattresses, and they're narrower than the bed, and it means that if I want to sit back, there's a bit of a, let's see if I can show you. So if I want to sit back here, you see where these cushions are? Can you see if I got that? Yeah, they're in a bit of a gully, because that's where the mattresses end. So I can't really sit back because my backside will be down there. So I am going to have to get a proper, I mean, you can get a bigger camping bed, but I might get a proper mattress, you know. I'll see. Because a camping bed, I think, is geared not to get damp or moisture in, though obviously I've done all the insulation. And I think maybe an ordinary mattress could go a bit mouldy. I don't know. I'll have a think. But yeah, so I'm going to have to invest in a bed. The one thing that I've also decided I'm going to have to invest in is either a Bluetti power bank or a Jackery. I'm not quite sure which one to choose yet. I'm thinking they both have offers on at the moment. Bluetti have got a good about £500 off of their 180, I think it is. I can't remember what it's called. And Jackery have got you know, a few pounds off of others. So I'm not quite sure. The Bluetti a friend has recommended, because one of my boat friends, Deb, because she's got one and swears by it. So, because in the car, when I was camping before, I had a USB point and a cigarette lighter point in the back of the car. And in the front of the car, if you'd watched previous videos, you'd see how I charged everything. There was a USB and there was a cigarette lighter as well. I think there might have been 2 USBs, I can't remember now. But with this, there is only one cigarette lighter. Actually, there are 2. One doesn't work, and there's another one. There is nothing in the back, because obviously it's a van. I'm not having it all wired in. I can't do it myself, and I want to pay someone. And a Bluetti, the power bank, something like that, a Bluetti or a Jackery, I could use it on the boat if I needed to. I don't need to, because I've got my solar panels and everything, but you never know. And it would be brilliant, because when I was traveling before, I literally travelled every day, because I was sightseeing as well. So even if I stayed in a campsite 2 nights, I still would move my car. And every morning when I drove off to go and do my sightseeing or whatever, everything would be plugged in, and I might drive for an hour and then an hour back and tootling around. With the van, I want to be able to stay longer in places maybe, and to have to... It's like now I had to, I mean, okay, yeah, I went in the pub last night and charged my, because I've got a little power pack for my iPhone and everything. But but I wanted, you know, you've got to use pubs, and I think when I went to the cafe I surreptitiously used one of their plugs, and I don't really like to do that. So yeah, so I'm thinking about getting a Bluetti or a Jackery. So if anyone can recommend a power bank, or if anyone has a preference over Bluetti or Jackery, because I know they're the most used brands, well I think they are, can you let me know, drop a comment and let me know. But yeah, so that's the next big expense. So I'm just saying hello to somebody. Hi, hiya, say hello. Hello, YouTubers. Yeah, so I'm still thinking about doing one of those. Don't watch me because it'll put me off. Go away.
I'm just looking at you.
Oh, you like my van? Oh, see, people, they're saying they like my van. You like my van? I know. It is a proper bed. Are you a fellow boater? I'll come and see you in a sec. I'll just finish this and I'll come and have a chat with you in a minute. Yeah, see you later. Bye. Bye. Right, well, I'm going to make myself a cup of tea now after all that, and I'll be back with you in a minute. Bye. Oh, there's my cup of tea. Well, that was nice. That lady that I met, she actually knows another boater that knows me, and I know her friend. So yeah, that was nice to meet them. So we chatted a bit of boaty stuff, like you do. She's also got a camper van, so we chatted a bit of camper van as well. So that was nice to see some people, you know. So I'm just showing you I don't know why I'm doing that. I'm just showing you my camping toast. What made me pick it up and do that? Look what I've made. Ah, dear, it must be all that fresh air. Yes, so that was nice to meet them. So I will leave you now. I'm going to finish my cup of tea. I'm going to pack everything away and go back to my beautiful boat. I'm only about 45 minutes away, so I'll take a nice trundle back. And hope you enjoy this video. Don't forget to subscribe, notifications, and all of that you have to do. And yeah, see the next instalment. Again, as always, I love to hear your comments. Hope you're all having a fab Sunday. Yeah, bye. Here is a little mini tour of the campsite that we stayed on, and this is Lower Lode Inn at Tewkesbury, overlooking the wonderful, if not a little bit turbulent, River Severn. And I have taken my gorgeous narrowboat both up and downstream on this lovely river. It's a little bit boring, the river, because it tends to have lots of high banks, but right at the bottom of these steps, or this here, there's a mooring for one or two boats, and there was a couple of narrow boats there last night. They're not there now, they've obviously moved on. But yeah, just showing you. The pub was lovely, you know, just traditional pub, Lower Lode, and the grounds were quite nice as well. So there you go. A little show round of Tilly Teacup. Here we go. So we open the door. It's like a little cottage. So here's my lovely bed, proper bed. The lampshade I made with myself. It's a lampshade that I've covered with my own printed papers, and it works. The curtains I got for £7.50 from the charity shop. To hold the bed up, because it's over the wheel arch, so it's higher, I've got these two wine boxes which I've screwed to the bed and screwed to the floor. The white cloth that you saw, that's hiding the tyre at the moment. That has to go underneath, but I need to get the brackets fixed underneath. And that's going in from the side door. Then we come in from the back and you can see everything there. This is my little, I suppose you'd call it, garage. I made the little drop-down leaf. It's useless, but it's good. These are more printed papers because I do gel plate printing, so that's something else that I made for the wall. The ceiling, as you know, needs to be done. These shelves were already in. I painted them and made this little drop-down leaf, which it proved great. I mean, I've sort of been able to cook on it and everything and make my lunch and dinner. And now I'm putting on my stove, I'm getting my kettle, and I think it might be time for tea. But first, if I just show you this, the back doors came with a covering, and you'll see it there. Just now you saw one without the covering, and I think I'm going to take them off. Yes. Hello again. Well, I hope you enjoyed that and saw the transformation of what I've done to the transit van. It looks like a little cottage. I think it's lovely. There's a little bit more to do, like I pointed out the roof and things like that. But the one thing about this weekend was it enabled me to find out the little extra things I need. Like there's no hooks, you know, to hang my jacket or to hang a towel or something like that. So I could do with a few more hooks. And I need some mats for the floor. I was using a bit of cardboard because, of course, every time it was a bit damp yesterday, and I was on a grass pitch, and obviously every time you're stepping into the van, you're bringing in bits of grass. So I need a couple of eggs. But like I said, it was like a trial run, really. So that was great. The back doors that I showed on that very last clip, like I said, it had those white metal plates on both of them, and I took one of them off, and when I took it off, I realised how clear you could see into the van. So what I'm going to do is, when the van is parked up, I've got some black curtains are on magnets, so if the van is parked up either anywhere, if in a supermarket car park, or you know, obviously at night when I'm camping, they will go up, and when I'm driving they'll come down, you know. So yeah, but I think I do prefer it without those covers, because when all the doors are shut, it does let in a lot of lovely light, because I'm not going to have any windows put in down the side. So I just wanted to sort of finish off this vlog by sort of qualifying what I was going to do with the barn doors, with the back doors on the van. So okay guys, I'll see you. Bye.